Hello everyone, my name is Sandeep Singh. I will be presenting the Capstone Project 1, Stocks Analysis, Google and Apple. Let's get started. In this presentation, our agenda will be to discuss the objective of this project, the datasets used for the analysis, data preparation, analysis of the Google stock, and then analysis of the Apple stock, and later we will compare both of them to find out which is more volatile. The objective of this project is to analyze two of the stocks. First one would be Google and the second one is Apple. For both the stocks, we will be analyzing their 10-year performance, moving average over the time, and their trading volume. At the end, we will be checking the volatility trend for both the stocks and compare them side by side. The datasets for this project are taken from Kaggle. For Google, I had to grab two of the datasets as I couldn't find a single dataset that had 10 years worth of data. In the code over here, it shows how I was able to merge two of the datasets to create one data file. For Apple, I was able to find a single dataset that I was able to read using Pandas library. The links are also provided here for you to download the fresh datasets from Kaggle. For the data preparation, I had to convert the date column for each of the datasets to date time 64 format. The reason for the conversion was to filter out the data from both the datasets to only grab last 10 years worth of data. On the right side, it shows the columns for each data set. Both the datasets have 5 columns. All are non-null values. Let's start with the analysis of the Google stock. Here I've used matplotlib library to create the graph. I've taken all the close price and plotted them on the graph for the last 10 years for the Google stock. Here are the key insights that we could observe from this graph. We are seeing the overall upward trend. We also see the COVID-19 impact over here around 2020. It also shows Google's recovery from the pandemic. 2022 downward trend can be explained due to the interest hikes and lower companies' performance. Here I've plotted Google's close price along with the moving average for the period of year over year. As you can see, the graph is much smoother. By smoothing out price fluctuations, moving average shows the overall trend of Google's stock. It clearly shows the upward trend as the moving average helps us to filter out any short-term price fluctuations due to market trends such as COVID-19 impact, company lawsuits, or interest hikes, etc. Lastly, let's compare the trading volume for the last 10 years. It is observed that companies' trading volume increased closer to significant events, such as COVID-19, companies' I/O events where the new products are launched. Google's trading volume seems to be high overall and intense spikes are observed. This could mean Google's stock is traded more often, but it might also suggest it's more sensitive to the market changes or news events. Now let's talk about the Apple stock. Here is the close price for Apple stock plotted on this graph. Similar to Google, the overall upward trend has been observed. It also shows the COVID-19 impact around 2020 and shows the Apple's recovery from the pandemic impact. The 2024 decline over here can be explained due to the company's poor performance in the field of artificial intelligence. Similarly, I have plotted the close price along with the moving average for year-over-year time period. Here, the graph is smoother and also filters out any price fluctuations. As compared to Google, it is much smoother with very much less fluctuations on an average. In terms of trading volume, similar trend as compared to Google is seen here. It is observed that Apple's trading volume increased during the significant events such as COVID-19 or any time when company held their keynote event to announce new products. Apple's trading volume seems to be consistent. There are not intense spikes, suggesting the stock is not too much impacted by the market trends. Lastly, let's compare both the stocks. To find out the volatility trend, I had to merge both Google and Apple datasets into a single dataset. That gave us opportunity to overlay the metrics of each of the datasets in a graph. Here, code shows the merged dataset is created and the daily return percentage is created to make informed decision on the volatility trend over the past 10 years. This graph shows the volatility trend between Google and Apple. Most activity is centered around zero, meaning both stocks typically have small daily fluctuations. Volatility spikes around 2020. It is shown by the increased height and spread of the bars during that period. It shows the impact of COVID-19. Google over here appeared in green bars, have slightly extreme spikes as compared to Apple. By looking at this graph, we can conclude that Apple appears slightly more stable with narrower spikes, while the Google shows more isolated large swings, indicating potential higher volatility in some time frames. That is all for today. Thanks for listening to my presentation. Feel free to contact me. Thank you.